Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about a recommendation from a subcommittee of the House Oversight Committee staffed with partisan Republicans to investigate Liz Cheney for supposed federal crimes. This is part and parcel of the big theme now of Trump notwithstanding having won the election and able to trumpet some kind of affirmation from the American people, is focused obsessively on relitigating the past. And what this report is all about, there's a 128-page report that is just a whole bunch of Orwellian fiction about the January 6th attacks. And after reciting some familiar Republican talking points, it specifically trains its sights on Liz Cheney. Now, we're going to be saying this in the future, it seems, as the FBI goes after people and other Republican allies do the same. But it's beyond ridiculous to claim that Cheney, in actually parting company from the Republicans and being on the side of truth, committed federal crimes. It's really a naked corruption of power to suggest it, and it's done for base reasons that are just meant to, make her wish she had never done it. Now, that's not happening with Cheney, of course. She came out with a defense of the committee's work and said January 6th showed Donald Trump for who he really is, a cruel and vindictive man who allowed violent attacks to continue against our Capitol and law enforcement officers while he watched television and refused for hours to instruct his supporters to stand down and leave. She calls out the report by the subcommittee chairman Loudermilk, intentionally disregards the truth and the select committee's tremendous weight of evidence and instead fabricates lies and defamatory allegations in an attempt to cover up what Donald Trump did. So I haven't read the interim report, but given the snippets that are out there, yeah, it just seems like this tilting at windmills effort, except that might be the wrong kind of metaphor because, Don Quixote gets nowhere, but the Republicans get purchased with their supporters and Trump supporters in the country. And the stakes are just enormous here, right? It's the actual historical account of what happened in the most serious, save only the Civil War and then only perhaps assault on the Constitution in U.S. history. And of course, this one led by the then president and failed re-election candidate. Okay, so now when they turn to Cheney, the focus is on this pivotal moment in the hearings that you may remember involving Cassidy Hutchinson. Cassidy Hutchinson came out and began to testify in this evasive and hesitant way. And at a recess, she just kind of broke down because she had been lying. And we learned a whole account of a kind of pressure campaign from the lawyer that the Trump organization was paying for, as well as other people in Trump land to try to get her essentially to slant her testimony. They got her a new lawyer, and she gave the account that she has stuck by ever since, which includes really incriminating details about Trump and his essential intent to do just what he did, including put Mike Pence under serious danger. Somehow, the report, it actually says, numerous federal laws were likely broken by Liz Cheney in the conclusion. These violations should be investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And they also revive a long-standing dispute about how the Democrats, when they were in the majority, handled all the files. The Dems said they've turned over everything. They're somehow challenging it. But again, They go after Chairman Benny Thompson here. All of this seems a preview of what's ahead. We spent the last couple years with Republicans kind of screaming about stuff, but having no program, nothing to say. Now they're in the majority. You might think they would go about trying to forward proposals and have the president sign them and the like, but it looks as if we're going to see this kind of truth committee effort to get back at especially any Republicans who dared to cross Trump, that is, who dared to side with the truth and the gravity of the January 6th constitutional betrayal on his part and that of all the marauders, many of whom are shortly to be pardoned. The whole thing is a bizarro, upside down world. But that's going to go back and forth. Cheney, I'm sure, won't back down. Many won't back down. Of course, some. If they go after Cassidy Hutchinson, will she have the means to have a lawyer, and how much pressure can they apply to her? It's just, I was going to say it's going to be ugly, but it is ugly. We already have completely meritless, nasty, down and dirty allegations of some kind of unspecified criminal behavior by Liz Cheney. And, more's coming. This is going to be an ugly theme of the next 2 years. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.